We've got wacko leftists doing stupid shit like this, where they're cramming transgenderism down everybody's throat because they see it as the civil rights movement of the modern day or something. It's not. It's a bunch of people with fetishes who are trying to normalize it, and it's driven mostly by white liberal women who want want children to be indoctrinated to accept and to become and to transition. Now, this is probably a limited number of people who are going to do this, but for example, it is a social contagion, and it has been shown that it is, and it makes sense because if gender is a social construct, then you can you can as many people as you want can be part of it. It's not really based on anything innate. So what they want to do here, this is Washington State, a bunch of kooky, crazy liberals up there with Seattle. And this is their new state kindergarten sex ed. So they're teaching this to kindergartners. The objective that they have is kids can identify their own gender and name at least 3 gender identities. This is very crucial to be able to do in kindergarten, right? If this is an indoctrination, then I don't know what is. They know the same thing that everybody else knows, right? The same thing the Catholic Church has said in the past. You give me your son till the age of 7, I'll show you the man. If you can indoctrinate kids into a religion, into an ideology, into whatever when they're really young, then a large portion of them will not deviate from it. So this has nothing to do with whether this is accurate or scientific or good for the kids. They're trying to fuck these kids' heads up so they can't think straight right from day one. But they don't see it that way. They don't think that that's the case. They think that they're these good moral crusaders. And I guarantee you, this is driven by a bunch of old white ladies. I guarantee it. So their key message is some people are boys, some people are girls, some people are both, and some people are neither. Wow, that's some great education. That's very clear. Yeah. They're so obsessed. They claim that the conservatives are the ones obsessed with trans issues. That is not the case. It's just a reaction to their obsession with this because they are on a moral crusade. They think that this has been delivered from God on high, that this is the future of humanity and openness and inclusion. And it's not. These are some of the most closed-minded people you will ever meet in your whole life are people who push this kind of shit. They are not interested at all in debate. They're not interested at all in talking or coming to a deeper understanding of anything. They're just ideologues who, for some reason, have attached themselves to this mental illness and this fetish world. And they don't even know anything about it. They don't even know. They just they're just attached to it. It's like it's same thing as a religion. Just I don't know why any of these things are true. I can't defend any of them, but I know they're true because that's what I was told and that's what my community says. So they are. Therefore, everybody has to acknowledge that it's true. It's just so stupid. So then this happening even in New Jersey, and that's what this lady here is talking about. Um, so let's take.
Democrats have started targeting homeschooling families in New Jersey. So let's get into what all they're doing. First and foremost, New Jersey used to be one of the easiest states to homeschool in. They didn't make it difficult for you, there weren't a lot of regulations. You could pretty much do whatever you wanted. In June, a Democratic assemblyman put in for Assembly Bill 5825. This was going to completely change the entire New Jersey structure for their homeschooling programs. Basically, the Democratic Party has figured out that parents are pulling their kids from school because they're not okay with the morals being taught in public school. And they've figured out a way to make sure that they can still influence your children because now they're going to force you to teach them those morals at home. Included in the things that will have to be taught to your children is diversity, equity, and inclusion. This here highlights exactly what will be required, including gender identities and information about LGBT, starting at the age of 6 when your child is in kindergarten. This will be a requirement for all New Jersey homeschooling parents. Click follow to keep up with more homeschooling news.
So more of the obsession with this, with transgender, with DEI, this whole woke narrative that's kind of died out, but these people don't realize that there's just not the same kind of energy and interest in it anymore, but they're going to keep doing it because they are ideologically attached to it. You know, nobody thinks that it just becomes so clear that this kind of ideology is completely silly and ridiculous. And this is why these people were taking their kids out of these schools, because they're supposed to be about education. And these people want to make it about indoctrination. No different than if a Christian wants the Bible taught in school and wants religious education taught in public schools. That's the same thing that these people are trying to do. They're trying to indoctrinate people in their ideology. Instead of teaching them reading and math and comprehension and actual skills, they want to make this into a social crusade. And there's no exceptions. And these are the people that claim that they're inclusive, that they believe in diversity. They don't believe in diversity one bit. All they believe in is what they believe in. And that anybody who disagrees are bad people who need to be eliminated, who are stupid, who are bigoted, who are racist, all that kind of stuff. The left is the least inclusive part of the political spectrum. So, all right, let me see. I see I got some comments here. Let me in all the mass shootings in schools, who committed the crimes? What does that have to do with anything? I'm not talking about mass shootings, but you know, I don't know. Probably white kids. It's terrible. I mean, I don't like mass shootings, and nobody should. It's definitely mentally ill people who are doing it. I think we can all agree on that. Robert, that Washington, this is a new thing. So, you know, if your kids went there, you know, years ago or whatever, then that wouldn't have applied. This is something they're just starting now. So